What do you think? Even as the creator, it's very hard to tell the right side from the wrong side. That's okay. It's finished. This is the spa shawl from the book. Oh, it's sitting right behind you. The spa shawl from Simply Crochet. So on the book, it says Robyn's name right there. But to be fair, when I was looking at the pattern, there was another stitch sequence that was mentioned to use in the row, but I couldn't find it in the special stitches anywhere. It was labeled differently. So it said fan, but in the fine print earlier on the page, it says 7 treble crochet, parentheses, small font, fan. So I figured that out. It's a process. But when I was looking for it, I noticed the spa shawl top is by Doris Chan. So this is a collection of different pattern designers that Robyn put together. Some of these patterns are by Robyn. There's a nice little top there. There's a cute vest. I made a garment. Amongst all the amigurumi, I made a garment. So there's one more detail. So step 5. Step 5. Sorry, I keep reaching behind you. I put everything way over there. Okay. Step 5. Step 5 was finishing the details. The details on this was the 3 rows of single crochet, which created button loops. I also put on a little, I don't know, a bra closure. I forget what it's actually called. And the pattern suggested one just because the buttons overlap quite a bit. Hook and eye closure. It's not a bra hook. So there is a bra hook because the buttons are scooted over, scooted over just a little bit, but it's nice to have that little bra hook there so that your buttons and your buttonholes aren't carrying all the weight. They're more of a decorative, nice look this way. Perfect, because I have lots of these summer dresses and I need something in the fall and the winter just to cover my arms, make it look fall, add a little warmth to my arms. It would be nice to maybe create something now, a quarter sleeve. I'll look into it. I do like my quarter sleeves. The maths. So 1 ball of the Soft and Sleek DK. How many yards did I use? How much should I buy? I kept getting confused on if it was telling me the crop version or the skirted version, how much to buy. I overbought. I always overbuy, right? It's yarn. It'll get used for something. I actually have a ball and a half left. I could weigh it now that I've done the maths, and I could figure out, might be able to make another if my tension's the same. So how many yards did I use? The label says that 4 ounces is 478 yards. That means that 1 ounce is 119.5 yards. Okay, so I used a donut and a half, approximately. I mean, I didn't weigh that out, but let's take a closer look. So before I added any of the button attachments, it's just yarn. I put that on my little kitchen scale and I put it to ounces, not fluid ounces, just ounces. And it weighs 5.9 ounces. It weighs 6 ounces. So 6 times 119.5 in my handy dandy calculator says that I used 117 yards. I used my H hook, taking my tension into consideration. Still overbought. So I guess I could weigh this and weigh this. Not that. I'm not weighing that. Weigh this and see if I still have 6 ounces. Or a little over would be nice, so that the game of yarn chicken. But I don't necessarily need 2 of these. I have 1 of these. So I think it's going back into the yarn cellar. I'll put the full one in the yarn cellar and put the half of one in my my floppies. I saved the ball band so I can kind of loosely put that on there. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think I'm ready for my next project. Step 5 was clean it up, finish it up. Sew in all your ends, sew on all your bits and bobs. I like step 5. Step 5 is put it on. Enjoy it. And I will. This is nice. Yesterday, I had to take a break from step 5, and I went over to the ridiculous thrift store that thinks that their scrap is golden. And they had some interesting yarn that I thought was fairly priced. The tag of the day for 50% off was blue. I did buy blue. But I also bought yellow. So Savers marked this bag for $3.99. And I think they did that because the label that someone was clearancing this or selling this, or somehow they put $1.49. Yeah, I don't know what it's worth. This is Bucilla. Very Italian. I looked it up on, it's a peachy color, very pretty color, and I got 4 of them. So I looked it up on Ravelry under the yarns, and I saw that this Paradise is a DK weight. I have more of these. This is what attracted me to it. I have quite a few more of these. It's a very interesting, it's definitely mostly a nylon, but it has a lot of texture in the twist. I don't know if that's even seeable to you. Trust me, my friend, there's a lot of texture in the twist. And I have, I think I have a light green one, and I have a white one, and I think I have a yellow one, which maybe these colors don't all go together, but I'm definitely starting a branch of collection. I paid $3.99, $4, so I paid $1 each to put it in the wine cellar. Save it. Like a time capsule. I'll use it. I will. You guys. And then I saw this brand, which when I went on the yarn crawl, I don't know, last year, 2 years ago, it was like a trip of a lifetime, and I refer back to it all the time. If you ever get a chance to celebrate multiple yarn shops in a sequence, or all in one weekend or a day or something, I highly recommend it. There are so many fun people out there exploring. The same as the last one. I see that there was originally a sticker for $7.95, but somebody put a sticker on there for $1. So Savers, ha ha ha, us yarny folk pulled a fast one on you, because you didn't know the ultimate value is priceless for a crafty person like me, and you sold them for $3.99. Too bad. Thank you, yarny person. Okay, so this stuff. So, oh, the reason why I was talking about the yarn crawl, I picked up in a clearance section a whole pattern book full. You know what? Hold on. I gotta get the book. It's a pattern book for this yarn that I now have 4 of. but I cannot find the yardage on here for anything. It's mostly cotton. It is like a tape, which I see a lot of bags and hats being made out of. It's chain spun, but it's flat in a tape. And it's got an interesting color. It is a tan, khaki, not tacky, but it has some other colors running through it. There's some, with my little eye, I spy some light blue and maybe in speckles of like an orange. Not an orange, not a bright orange. Gosh, there's got to be another beautiful color for that. A sunset. Yeah, there you go. It's very neutral. It would go with anything. A sun hat, a beach bag, but I've got 4 of them. And I really do like to utilize the whole yardage. It kind of bothers me that I have so much left over of this stuff and that it's just, you know, going to be sitting around. Really like projects that match what I found. Hold on one second. Here. Chat it up with Libby. I gotta get the book is right there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Well, I'm glad I just pressed pause and not like just darted over there, because it wasn't right there. It was like right over there. I had to look 3 places. I don't know who got into my yarn stuff and moved it when I wasn't looking. Look, I have a pattern book from that brand. Katia. Cat, K-A-T-I-A, Kata? Kata. I don't know, but it says book number 3. And the reason why I picked up this book, look, it's an incredible book. The patterns in here are intense. So this book is pretty thick because it actually has 3 different languages. 3 different languages, and it focuses on 4 different yarns they have. One is a cotton cashmere, one is a cotton yak, one is Eloiso, and one is Lunum. Oh, that's probably linen. I'm making stuff up. I don't know other languages. But it is an incredible pattern book. So many patterns, and when I was flipping through it, my rule of thumb is if, well, for one, it was on clearance. I think it only paid a couple of dollars for it. But if there are multiple patterns that I want to make, I'll get the book. Like these are, Hollywood Runway. I love that. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. And so because I just pulled this book back out, I only bought the yarn because I recognized the brand, which they go hand in hand, do they not? So, oh, look at okay, I remember this one catching my eye. What? That's California winter right there. We need a little air breeze pocket in the back to catch any breeze that might come my way. This book is packed full of patterns that I would really, really enjoy. Yeah, they're knit. I do that too. But some of them are crochet. Some of them are crochet. So I have the book. I have the brand of the yarn. Don't know if they mash together, but for reference, I picked it up. It was $3.99. I have 4 balls. I did look it up on Ravelry, and I noted down the yardage and I added it to my stash. So I'm also building my Ravelry account. I noted both of those in my stash. With so much stuff not in there, When I bring something new home and I'm already researching on Ravelry, I'm going ahead and stashing it. Which might be sloppy, because someday it would be nice to have all my yarn in stash, recorded, and then as I use it, I can take it out, and I think that that would help me pair stuff up with patterns. I don't know if I'm that organized. I do more of the whimsy thing. And then I got one more. I don't think Savers knew what they had here. What they had was a Eva Bestie Paradise. There's a lot of purple lovers in the world, huh? Okay, so I got this bag for $5.99. There were 8 of these little skeins. They didn't know what they had. I looked this up. So this is Cameo. Cameo is from the Super Yarn Mart in Los Angeles, California, which I haven't finished my research, but I'm checking to see, is that still a place? Should I go there and wander around like a Cinderella? 70% rayon, 30% cotton. Oh my goodness, I've forgotten how many yards. I stashed it on my Ravelry, which is why I love Ravelry. This label does not tell me how many yards there are or multiplied by how many I have. But when I stashed it, it told me how many yards, and I put the number of how many I have. Organized, maybe too organized, but look at all those purples. Very, very textured. It did tell me it was a DK weight. I could hold it with any shade of purple. I could hold it with a pink. Could hold it with a black. Actually holding that with a black and finding some sort of stained glass top pattern. I have a garment quantity, I do remember that. That's beautiful. You're beautiful. I really enjoy working with you. Yeah. Very nice. And it was the blue tag, so it was 50% off. So $3. And I got a garment amount. We'll see. So I did that. I did this. I did that. What's up next? I have 2 overnights in a row. And I need to take a pattern. Need to take something to work on. It's a solid, I think these 2 coming up are 8 hours each. I have more monsters in the house than that have left the house. So I don't really need to make a monster. Recently made 2 Imkins. Those little happy Halloween fall Imkins. That was fun. Oh, want to hear some really exciting news? Yesterday, when we dropped Lily off for community service because she's in a club at high school, an environmental club, and they have to do so many hours of community service. So we dropped her off at the park, long story short, dropped her off at the park so she could pick up trash with a bunch of friends, and dropped her off. And when we were picking her up, we got there a little too early. So Nola and I were sitting around the pond, looking at the muck, looking for minnows and crawdads, and oh, we saw 2 turtles on the log sunbathing. And Nola said that for Christmas, she would love to have a cardigan. A crocheted cardigan? She said, of course, a crocheted cardigan. My mind is boggled. I can do that. What month is it? September, October, November, December. Plenty of time. Plenty of overnights. So as part of my overnight tonight, I need to do some research. I need to figure out what yarn. She sent me some ideas that she has. I have that cardigan that I made for a test pattern for Make Do Crew. She really likes that one, but it was a test. And my gauge was correct, but my sizing, oof, I wanted it big and baggy and loose. You don't always want that. I know you want to snuggle into it, but sometimes with, you know, the whole pattern being too large for you, I would have wanted the large cozy wrapped around me like a blanket, but the arms are a little cumbersome. The wrists are a little big. It's comfortable to wear when it's cold. Once it starts heating up just a tiny bit, it's irritating. She sent me a couple patterns that look like that one, and so I showed her my free pattern version, and I think that might be up next. So I'm gonna pull that out, look at the material, see how much yarn I need. She wants a neutral color because Nola got her internship for our local television broadcasting. It's Contra Costa TV. It's our Bay Area news crew. So through high school, she took programs to work all the equipment. So they offered her an internship. So she will be with potential of a job offer in a while. So she wants something professional to wear, but we're heading into fall and winter. So she wants something stylish. She wants something to keep her a little warm because she's going to be going out and using the equipment quite a bit. But she wants something that's also an icebreaker conversation piece. So she doesn't want it flashy. She wants it neutral and professional, but she wants something that people will be drawn to say, wow, your sweater looks very comfortable or warm or nice or something. So she could say, oh, my mom made it. We'll see. Well, that's how she presented the story to me. She might just want to keep warm. So one of my children have requested an item, so I'm on it. So part of tonight, I need to pattern hunt for some ideas to show her to bounce off of her tomorrow when I'm sleeping and she's awake. So do that. And then some yarn, complementary yarn to the pattern. But I need something to work on tonight and tomorrow night. I don't have anything on the hook. I hate it when that happens. I get to start something new again because the items that I have lingering, they're winding down. I have a birthday top that I can't share with you guys yet, and I'm just doing the fine detail around the edges. Then I have my spiderweb duster. Still going strong on that, but that's kind of gotten to the boring part where you're not supposed to set it down. I didn't set it down. It lives on my table next to my sitting spot in the living room. So every time I sit down, I do like a bit of it. So it's not a dusty whip. One of those long-term whips that just take a little while to finish up, but I'm still working on it. So yeah, I need some little things to work on and finish up tonight and tomorrow night. So that's what I'm gonna do today. I'm gonna look for new projects. I don't know if the pattern's gonna inspire me or the yarn's gonna inspire me, but something's gotta get in there and go. Thank you for visiting with me. I really enjoyed the shawl cardigan in 5 steps. I wish they all worked up so fast, right? I hope you have a wonderful project on your hook. I hope you have a day full of crochet in front of you and a beverage sitting next to you, and it's the perfect temperature. Take care. I'll see you soon. Bye.